Today's Penina's perspective is about freelancers and intellectual property. Now, imagine I'm a designer and you came to see me to design a logo for you. So that is your logo. And you want me to design it, and I said that would be £50,000 and you have to pay me up front. So you pay me all the money and I design that logo for you. Who do you think own the intellectual property rights in that design? Now, a big misconception for many businesses is that they think that because they've commissioned me in this example and they pay me a lot of money, surely they own the intellectual property rights in that design. And in any event, it is their logo, so of course they should own it. But that's not the legal position. The creator automatically owns the copyright in what they've created. So they don't actually need to go and copyright it. By me designing that logo for you, I automatically own the intellectual property rights in that design. And there are two exceptions to that rule. The first one is if I'm your employee. If I'm an employee who, as part of my role, I design something that is relevant to the job that I do for you, then you will automatically, as my employer, will own the intellectual property rights in that design. However, if I'm a freelancer, that exception will not apply to me. And in that case, if I'm a freelancer who designed that logo for you, the only way you can own the copyright in that logo is by me assigning it to you in writing. It has to be a written assignment. If you work with a freelancer regularly, my recommendation would be that they sign up to a freelancer agreement. A freelancer agreement is basically a mirror of an employment contract. It will deal with many things. It will deal with the payment, the hours, the kind of services you expect of that freelancer, but it will also have an intellectual property chapter that will say that the freelancer hereby assign in writing all the intellectual property rights in anything they do for you to you. If I'm a freelancer that you work with every now and again, so say you have someone who you may come to them, I don't know, once every 6 months for a little logo here or a little design there, it is a bit over the top to get them to sign up to a freelancer agreement, because a freelancer agreement is a mirror of an employment contract. So what they should sign up to is an assignment agreement. And that agreement only deals with intellectual property, with nothing else. It just says that they hereby assign all the intellectual property in everything they create now and in the future to you. And you get them to sign up to that, and that is your way to make sure that you own the intellectual property rights. Now, why is it important? Without knowing your business, I can guarantee that the biggest asset in your business is your intellectual property. In the olden days, it used to be machinery, the factory that you may own. Today is your intellectual property. And when you come to sell your business, the thing you'll get the money for is your intellectual property, your name, your brand, your data, the software that you perhaps put together. So it is important that you actually own it in order to add value to your business. And for that reason, make sure that any freelancers that you work with either sign up to an assignment agreement or a freelancer agreement to make sure that you are the owner of your own intellectual property. That was Penina's perspective on freelancers and intellectual property.